Okay, I want to tell you about the fact-based tabletop role-playing game streams I am doing in 2026. Each one has taken me weeks, in some cases months, to complete to get all the notes and everything ready for the stream. It is honestly the most grinding work I have ever done on YouTube. And regardless to all the work I do, you want to know what I get out of it? Maybe an hour, sometimes two, occasionally more. I am making my best effort to attract you to my YouTube channel, to sub to it, to give me support, because I notice a lot of you give me a lot of watch time on my videos, but you're not rewarding me with a like. You're not subbing to the channel. I'm not going to complain about that, but the work I'm doing in these streams is to convince you, hey, if you're going to watch the content, it is worth it. It is worth it to sub to me and give me a like. It keeps driving me forward, getting me to do more work for you. I am a performer. I don't do editing. I don't do all that video stuff. I won't lie. But don't misunderstand. The grind work I do on YouTube, it's a lot of work. I give up a lot of time to YouTube, out of the time I have to myself. It's given to YouTube, especially here in 2026, because I'm working my ass off to convince you that I am worth your support. I show up sick and feeling like death to a stream, and I complete it. I go through the whole thing, get the entire bit done. I do that because this year, in 2026, I decided to take YouTube serious, like a serious job. Like, take a real run at this thing. But I don't do many tricks that other YouTubers do to draw you. So I'm hoping the effort, the fact-based content, the work I'm putting into this, and the amount of videos and streaming time I'm giving to you, I hope that's enough. And I'm happy to notice that a lot of you don't just watch a video, a lot of you watch the entire thing, if not most of it. That's why my view time is like my watch time is really good. Views are not equal to the watch time, which is a little weird. But hey, again, I'm working, to get you here. I'm showing you some real dedicated work, and I'm hoping that is enough to convince you that, hey, it's worth it. It's worth to give me your time. Let's see, I have a Star Frontier coming up, Vampire the Masquerade, and then I'm going to cover my first Palladium game this year, Heroes Unlimited. Now, I'm covering old school gaming for tabletop role-playing games, and if you're not sure what that is, if you're somewhat new, I'm talking about games like Dungeons and Dragons. It takes a lot of work to get the streams done because I'm doing fact-based, so I have to go at it only taking what the designer said at the time. I take what the company said at the time. I take what the market said at the time, like public statements, stuff like this. Stuff that is, you can fact check. So I do these streams where I'm like, I don't care about you fact checking because everything will check out. I did all the checking myself before I put it into a stream. Now, of course, during the stream, I'll mention my own opinions, but I separate them from the facts that I'm covering about the games. But just to get all these facts in line, to get the names of all the people, to do all the work. I mean, it's taken me a very long time. It took me most of 2025 to plan for the streams for 2026. So I spent pretty much, I started this in late February last year, prepping for these streams. I wanted to do them last year, but I felt like I need to just get a bunch of work done before I started, because I felt like if I start, I'm not going to have enough time to get certain ones done. So at a certain point, it would either I'd have to take a break on the fact-based stuff for a long period of time, because I'd have to get more work done. So I said, no, what I'll do is just spend the year prepping for 2026. So basically between me and you, outside of, like, these interviews I'm getting, 2026 content is complete. It's like absolutely complete. Well, at least as far as the game content that I'm covering, some of it might get pushed to the side if I get a lot of interviews, right? So I'm asking people to do interviews with me from the tabletop role-playing game hobby, and I'm glad. It seems I've gotten a few people. Yeah. I won't lie, I'll thank Max Liao because I think his interview has opened the minds of a lot of people to be willing to talk to me, which is great. I'll tell him right now, I appreciate him doing the interview with me because it gave me a chance to show people that regardless of conflict I might have with somebody, I don't bring people on the stream to ambush them. I don't bring people on the stream to own them or to make them look stupid. I bring people on the stream to promote them and share them with my audience. And it's all about entertaining my audience. That is all it is. And my audience, really, see, the kinds of people that follow me would not like me attacking you on my stream. The exception would be is if I invited you on for a debate or something like that. People that are on my side would definitely agree, but even then I'd have to watch how I go about doing that. Like I said I would debate Jeffro Johnson. Some of you, well, most of you, 90% of you won't know who he is. Even after I did the video, I've had so many people asking me who he is. Who is this Jeffro Johnson? It's not a big issue, but I asked this guy to debate me. Well, my audience, if I went too far being too crude, they won't like it. I have developed an audience that I'm quite happy with. I'm quite impressed that they would not want me doing that content, nor would I want to bring somebody on and harm them. But so it's all positive, good content. That's the aim for this year with the streams. And I'm trying my best to be more positive just in the video content as well. But don't get it wrong. On occasions, I will criticize and call things out, especially if I think criticizing it leads to something better, leads to a more positive outcome. Then it's worth, being a little negative towards that thing. The first thing in 2026 I decided to do was start appreciating people who support me more. Then I give more energy to that than complaining about the audience that doesn't support me. Because sometimes you can take for granted what you have. I realize you can't do that. I have people that support me. I need to stop bitching about these other people and just start working for the people that support me. And hopefully by working my ass off for them, I can change people's minds and get them to support me. I always hope being honest will draw more people. But I gotta be real with you, it doesn't always work. I've spent years where I've been dead honest the entire year about everything, passionate in the whole nine. And I still don't get a reaction for that, so okay, fair enough. That is how that plays out. You can become bitter with the audience, and I know plenty of YouTubers that do. They do. And I became guilty of that for a long time. To criticize and be bitter. But I'm like, is that getting me anywhere? No. And in reality, is it maybe taking away from content I could be doing to please the people that do support me? Yeah. It's like, okay, I make a lot of critical videos. What am I doing for my audience? I was giving them on and off streams. I'm like, it's not enough. It's just not enough. It's not enough. Not if you appreciate the people that support you. You work for them. Your effort should go to them, not to the people that bitch about you. So I'm willing to give my audience a whole year of some real, hard, grindy work. Work anybody else would be paid for. And I'm willing to do it and just not get much out of it. And we'll see if I want to continue to put the same effort in next year. It definitely will have to, it will relate with how rewarding this year is. So far it's going okay. So far it's going good. I'm happy. I hope the trend continues going up. I really do. I really do. I'm working really hard towards it. I hope with the hard work, comboed with honesty and whatnot, some people would appreciate that. Especially around the tabletop role-playing game hobby where a lot of people aren't always honest. I would hope for some that would be refreshing. But honesty can be a double-bladed, sword type of thing. Because sometimes telling the truth can lead to you saying things that people don't want to hear. And that includes the people that follow you, right? So you say the truth, and next thing you know, you wake up the next morning, there's a couple people gone because you said the truth, or you said, maybe it's just not even the truth, just your opinion, just your plain opinion of something they disagree with, and they're gone. That can be disappointing. It can be disappointing when you want to be honest and you keep people cut you for it. Again, this is the type of stuff that made me bitter for a while. But I just stopped. I stopped. I don't hate the audience anymore, though. Some of that can make me it's like, okay. But no, I don't hate the audience anymore. It's no good. It gets me nowhere. So I'm working my ass off, and I'm just hoping that you notice and that you're willing to get on board. And I think there's a lot of fun content in the future. March 7th, I'm interviewing a guy known as GM Cody. Seems like a fucking great guy to me. I really, really look forward to that interview. And at one point, I'll be on March 15th, I'll be on DM Bloodworth's stream. So I won't be on my own on that Sunday. And I hope, that I can get him over to my channel for an interview. I'm asking other people. I'm putting all the effort in, but even if I don't get many interviews, I got fact-based streams, fact-based on the tabletop role-playing game content. I get it all covered. I get enough for pretty much to the end of 2026. You'll notice my name is Steven Saunders. I am well known in the tabletop role-playing game hobby by some as Condor DM. Call me whatever works for you. But yeah, join me here. Get on board. I think it's going to be a really good year. And I'd like to have you, on that journey with me. But it'd be really helpful if you supported me at the same time, if you like the content, right? I'd appreciate that. And maybe, that's the type of stuff I need to drive me forward. And next year, I could do a whole new year of this type of content on a different era of the hobby. Right, cover some things that people might be surprised that I would be covering, like 3rd edition D&D, 4th edition D&D, and 5e, and doing the fact-based approach that I've done here with the old school. Yeah. Right. There's a lot of middle ground stuff that came out after the old school era, so it's not just D&D I'm going to cover. A lot of games. Just trying to get you pumped for the future, for the content, and if that works, get on board. I really appreciate your support. I really would. Okay, I love you all. For now, take care.